Don't let grass grow underneath your feet. Hey guys, it's Dan Greer with Forge coming at you for your 5-minute power up. And today I'm going through the car wash as we record this. I know. I'm rich. I go through the car wash. I'm just kidding. Actually, my wife and I were talking about that the other day, and we were like, man, we really love having clean vehicles because we washed my truck before we took it on the trip to go up and talk to some clients and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, okay. So we were super excited about it all. And we were washing the truck and she's like, man, I really like having clean vehicles. And I said, yeah, me too. I like it a lot. And so that actually kind of let me think about this for a second, because I was sitting here and thinking about all this stuff. And I was like, man, how many people let stuff grow, let the grass grow underneath their feet? And they just really struggle to make progress. They struggle to keep moving. And then they wonder why the whole world has passed them by. But they're like, they just don't quite understand, right? They don't understand why the world is passing them by. But truthfully, the world's passing them by because they ain't doing nothing. They ain't doing anything, right? Like, that's the one thing that I figured out. Like, actually have a guy works for me right now, and super nice guy, great guy. But one of the things that's going on is he's not super motivated. And it's like, man, you got to change your outlook. You got to kick butt. You got to move forward, because when you move forward, that's when you win. And when you let grass grow underneath your feet, when you sit there and wait for the world, right? Like, it kicks your butt, you know? And that's one of the things that I want you to understand, is that you don't have the ability, you don't have the opportunity, if you want to be successful, if you want to be Forged, to sit there and do nothing. You don't have that. Right? People ask Dan, how are you where you are today? How do you do what you do? And actually, I was at this conference and I was talking to some people and I was like, man, if you guys snapped any good pictures, I would love to grab a couple from you. I would love to have the opportunity to get some of those pictures from you and give you photo credit for them. Right? But I would love to share that and share your guys' cause and be like, hey, I was here and I love working with these guys. And they were like, well, man, we stamped 1,000 pictures. I was like, well, I don't care. Like, I know you got a lot to go through, but if you find ones of me, I would love it if you would share them with me. And one of the things that came up in that entire conversation was simple. It was like, they said, well, how much do you post on social media? Because we started talking about social media, and they're like, we post once a week. And I was like, we post about 10 times a day on 5 different platforms for 3 different brands. And they went, you do what? I said, we post on 5 different platforms, 3 brands, about 10 posts a day per brand, depending on what's going on and depending on what platform it is. Some platforms we do 1 post, some platforms we do 15, just depends, right? Some we do 3, right? And people are like, Dan, you're doing too many posts. Oh my gosh. And it's like, are we doing too many posts? Because here's the thing you need to realize is I don't think we are. Because we're getting customers from the content we're producing. We're gaining knowledge. We're gaining followers. We're growing every day. Now, could we do less? Yes. 100% we could do less. Should we do less? No, we should not do any less. And here's why I say we shouldn't do any less. Because if we were, we'd be letting the grass grow under other people. We'd be waiting for somebody else to do better. And people are like, well, I can't believe you do so many posts. I can't believe you do so much. Why do you do so much? Because I'm not going to let you bypass me because I didn't do something. Right? I was another great example. I was at a conference and I was like, man, I know 2 people that do the exact same job in 2 different states. I should introduce you to. And that's what I told her. And she's like, oh, that would be so amazing. I would love that. That would be so cool. And you know what I did? I got home today. And I was like, boom, hey, Katrina, I want you to meet Tara. And you know what they did? They just blew my freaking mind, because each one of them was instantaneously, boom, man, Dan, thanks for the introduction. I really appreciate that. And then they're like, let's schedule a call, right? And they each emailed each other within 10 minutes of me sending out the email, right? What do you think that does? Think about this for a second. What do you think that does to me? Do I want to help them again? Oh, hell yeah, I do. Right? Am I willing to go help them again? Yeah, 1,000%. Why? Because I know they're taking what I give them. They're taking advantage of it. They're taking advantage of the help. They didn't let grass grow on their feet. Now I appreciate them even more than I did before. Guys, get out there. Don't let grass grow on your feet. Grab a copy of my book, Grit, Grease, and Grace. We'll talk to you later.